morning. All right.
Either one is good.
Well, good day, everybody. I'm London Breed. I'm the mayor of San Francisco, and I am so excited to be here in SoMa West celebrating our newest community business district. We should be really excited because this community business district took 3 years. And thanks to James and the amazing steering committee who worked tirelessly to make this thing happen. I mean, some people would have given up, but they refused to give up. They organized, they brought in the community, they talked this thing through, and under the leadership of former Supervisor Jane Kim and finishing with our current Supervisor for District 6, Matt Haney, they got it done. Thank you. A cheerleader back there. You know, community business districts are an incredible way to provide additional services to neighborhoods. We know that the city has an obligation to make sure, Phil Ginsburg, that we take care of our parks, to make sure that we clean our streets, to make sure that people feel safe in their communities. But we know that more must be done and can be done. And community business districts are a way to enhance neighborhoods, to make sure that our small businesses feel supported. And in this particular case, our nightlife is supported. Our small businesses where our restaurants are supported. Our neighbors and communities are supported through extra cleaning services and power washing and additional security and ambassadors who will continue to make sure that SoMa West is a thriving community in the city and county of San Francisco. So we are so grateful to all the people who played an important role in adding number 17 of community business districts in the city, and also one of the largest community business districts in San Francisco, where the revenues generated here will not only pay for additional services, but will provide marketing and support to enhance the experiences of this neighborhood. You know, what I love most about San Francisco is when things work and when things come together. And so this is one of those instances where, you know, everyone came together for one common goal, to make something amazing happen for a community that definitely deserves it. And so it's my honor to be here today to sign this legislation so that we can start collecting the dough, so that we can start investing the money, and so we can get to work to make this one of the best neighborhoods in the city and county of San Francisco. So thank you all so much for being here today. Introduce yourself.
Thank you. Welcome everybody, and thank you so much, Mayor Breed, for helping us commemorate this occasion and making what has been extraordinary hard work so special for all of us in San Francisco. And now we'd like to bring up the newest leader in this district, our supervisor in District 6, to kick us off as well, Supervisor Matt Haney.
Thank you, and thank you, Mayor Breed, for your support and leadership. And I also want to shout out my predecessor, Supervisor Kim, who is here, who was a huge part of this effort. First, I just want to say that I am so excited that we're having this event at Victoria Manola Draves Park, which I think demonstrates that the commitment of this community benefit district to supporting everybody and including everyone in the neighborhood. This is a neighborhood that has a lot of families, that has a lot of kids. Shout out to United Playaz and Rudy and Misha, the mayor of SoMa here, because in reality, this is something that's going to benefit everybody. Everybody is immediately going to see their quality of life improved because of what this community benefit district can bring to this neighborhood. I'm so proud of James and the steering committee behind me, who worked hard to meet. I think they had dozens and dozens and dozens of meetings. Every time I looked up, they were inviting me to a new community outreach meeting. And they really brought everyone to the table. This is going to be about tenants. It's going to be about small businesses. It's going to be about community organizations. And it's going to be about how we can all work together to make this neighborhood better for everyone. We know that West SoMa is an area of very high needs. It's an area that gets a lot of 311 calls, gets a lot of calls to my office about how we can get more cleanup and more outreach to homeless folks and more safety. And I am committed to being a partner with this community benefit district and its leadership to make sure that we work together to see immediate and positive, concrete improvements in the people who live here and their lives. So thank you for your leadership, everyone. Thank you for your hard work, to OEWD, to Rec and Park, to everybody who's going to be a great partner on this. And most importantly, thank you to the steering committee and the residents in this community for wanting to work hard themselves for a positive change. Thank you all.
Thank you, Supervisor Haney. And we all know it takes the hard work and diligence of so many leaders to make this happen. And someone who helped us champion this and work very closely with our Office of Economic and Workforce Development was former Supervisor Jane Kim. And Supervisor, would you like to say a few words?
Well, this process, as those that are standing behind me know, was far longer than 3 years. It took many, many years, and I just want to acknowledge so many people that were involved in this work. When I came into office, West SoMa was a collection of a lot of small alleyway associations, and it took quite a bit of work to bring a lot of different resident leaders together through these bi-monthly meetings that Sunny Angulo used to coordinate with our office. And over time, and some of us starting on some tougher notes, James and many residents really pushed our office to provide more attention and care to these neighborhoods that did not have the additional services of these amazing community benefit districts like the Yerba Buena Community Benefit District that Kathy Maupin runs, and Andrew Robinson at the East Cut, and wanted to see, and Tracy Evervine at the Central Market and Tenderloin CBD, and wanted to see these additional services in this part of the city that needs so much additional attention. And so I want to thank all the community benefit districts for your advice. I want to recognize in particular Chris Corgus from the office, who I always joked was a fourth legislative aide. Thank you, Mayor Breed, for providing us those additional resources in District 6 to make sure that we cross the finish line. And most importantly, I want to recognize our resident leaders who spent countless hours volunteering to make this a reality while still holding down their full-time jobs, their small businesses, to James, to Alex, and Eric, and Deborah, and Miriam, and to the United Players, and Misha, and Tim Figueres, our former director at Gene Friend Rec Center. It took a lot of door knocking, a lot of meetings to bring this to fruition, and this couldn't have happened with all of you standing behind me. And thank you to Supervisor Haney, now my representative on the board, for taking this across the finish line. And now as a constituent of the West SoMa CBD, I look forward to using the toll-free number to call when I need additional services. And I think no one will be happier than Mohammed Nuru, who is currently the person that I call every time I see something on the streets. So thank you very much to everyone involved, and thank you, Mayor Breed, for your strong support of our district.
As Supervisor Kim and Supervisor Haney and Mayor Breed have all said, it really takes community leadership to make extraordinary efforts happen in our neighborhoods. And it takes someone who's willing to step up to the plate and really take on that steering role for all of us. And so I want to invite up the head of the steering committee, James Spinello, to say a few words. Thank you, James.
First of all, I'd like to thank our new mayor, London Breed, and of course our new supervisor, Matt Haney. SoMa West CBD has the same vision as they do, which is to take what's good in a neighborhood and make it even better. This process for me actually started when a neighborhood watch group on my block got started, and I saw that as a unified body, we could actually make a difference. We got able to work with the police better. We got able to work with city officials much better. And I was excited to see how that actually was happening. So I started to reach out, I started to say, and I started to talk to other people, and I realized that I wasn't alone in this endeavor. It was the people that are behind me, it was neighborhood associations, it was other neighborhood watch groups, it was Western SoMa Voice, Better SoMa. These were all people in the neighborhood who were voicing frustration, but also believed in this neighborhood. And it was all of them who gave me the encouragement to chair this endeavor. But it wasn't just me, it was everyone. It was all the people that we reached out to. It was all the people that we connected to. It was the people who signed our petitions and signed our ballots, and even the people who had opinions that weren't necessarily positive for us. We listened to them. We wanted to make sure that all their voices were heard. When we reached out to people with our surveys and everything else, this was a collective agreement that we just all worked together. I'm so appreciative for our steering committee. I'm so appreciative for every single person that I spoke to along the way. I'm appreciative for our new supervisor, Matt Haney, and our prior supervisor, Jane Kim, and of course, our new mayor, London Breed. As we get forward, this is entirely for the neighborhood and about the neighborhood. We are going to be starting off by holding 3 big events for the neighborhood, and I invite everyone to join us. Our first one will be on May 1st at SoMa Arts from 6 to 8 p.m. It's going to be called the SoMa West CBD Kickoff Meet and Greet. You'll be able to come, ask questions, learn more about CBDs, and be involved and figure out how you can be a part of this process. Our other 2 will be later in the summer and in the fall. So definitely join us, because it's all about the neighborhood and the community building this SoMa West CBD. The services will start in early 2020, and I look forward to everyone joining us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, James. As we all know, it takes the hood. And so it really is a testament for all of you who have been doing such hard work and being the names and faces and voices to make this happen. And so I want to invite up Misha Olivas from United Playaz to say a few words.
Hello, everybody. My name is Misha Olivas. I work with United Playaz. So I am a small business owner, nonprofit worker here in the neighborhood. With the SoMa Youth Collaborative, we support the school. With Friends of the Park, we support the parks. I'm an employer who asks my staff to come into the neighborhood. I'm a mother who's raising my children in this neighborhood. So I'm wearing all those hats today and a party hat because this is huge. And it's just really a testament to what neighbors can do when they come together across difference, across economic status, across however long or short they've been in San Francisco. I'm a native San Franciscan, and I always say that until I moved to the SoMa 19 years ago, I didn't realize how many people actually live here, that this was an actual community. And so I'm just so proud of this effort today. United Playaz, our director always likes to say that we build bridges, not walls, because the reality is this is ground zero. SoMa is ground zero for a lot of the change that is happening in this city. And while our neighborhood has a really rich history and heritage, it is also the place of the hope and the potential for the future of the city. And so this effort has really embodied our motto. I'm going to bring up one story. So there was a Western SoMa Voice meeting at our center, and James came and he had a box of needles that he had collected just in the 2-block block to our center from wherever he was. And he had over 50 needles, and some folks were really upset that he had brought them to our place, but I wasn't, because the reality is when you live here day in, day out, it's a different experience than folks who are maybe just here from 9 to 5, folks who are maybe just here to visit a restaurant, folks who are maybe just here to come to an event or something. And so I appreciated the dramatic way that he highlighted the reality of what our kids are experiencing in this neighborhood, what our residents are experiencing. And so this has just been a super embodiment of our motto, it takes the hood to save the hood, and we are so excited for the positive changes to come. And I know there was a whole team of folks working, but really James' tenacity was unduplicated. I think this guy could do anything. And we just really, really appreciate and are so looking forward to the improvements that the CBD is going to bring to our home. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Misha. It really is important for these moments of civic history to say the names of those who've been involved. So I just indulge me, please, as we list off the names. So many of us, whether it's our office at OEWD as a supervisor and mayor knows, we are simply the vessels to getting your work done so that you can see the benefit you have in your community. So I want to shout out again, of course, James Spinello, the chair, Brendan Tobin, Alex Ludlam, Tim Figueras, Deborah Benedict, Chris Foley, Ryan Jackson, Misha Olivas, Rudy Corpus, Raquel Redondiez, Harold Hugazian, Adam Mesnick, Miriam Zazunis, Dave Lessing, and Ben Woosley, and all the city departments and partners and leaders who've made this possible. So thank you all for being here, and now off to signing of the legislation.
Let's do it. All right. Great. This is my favorite part of my job.
so much. Thank you.
Again, it took everyone.